Alright, so some console Symmetra gameplay. That's honestly kind of rare, so I'm excited to see this. Right off the bat, I can tell you're too worried about putting your turrets down and not really worried enough about winning and using your own abilities. So like you're running around this point putting your turrets down when they have range. Like you can throw them all you want. Like right here, you could have just gone 1, 2, 3, flicked them however you wanted them placed, and then you could get to fighting. But instead you're running around the point placing these down and you're being shot at and just kind of ignoring it. And then you get melted by this soldier because you're behind no cover at all trying to put a turret down.
Fences in place.
Alright, yeah, so if I was to make a new rule for you right away, I would say remember that your turrets aren't as important as you probably think they are. Because you're still throwing 2 turrets down here, and there's a diva right here that you could be charging your beam off of and working to get her out of mech.
Fences in place.
Like 2 inches away from you. Thankfully your Reaper comes and gets her, but she would have killed you because she shot first most likely. And then you just ran past a soldier and a hog again to put a turret down. So it seems like you're really worried about putting your turrets down, and you're not even thinking about anything else. Like, think about where you're standing here. And the worst part is, you can see the Widow right there. That's Widow. And so you could be shot so easily. 1 headshot from a good aim Widow and you're dead. And honestly, you're not too far even from just a couple body shots. And so you should die to this Widow here, and thankfully you don't, because you're so worried about putting your turrets down. And still, like, even now, there's no one to fight, and you're still standing out in the open when Widow's literally taking shots at you. You gotta use cover a little bit more.
From light into being.
So this is a good spot actually, just kind of hanging out on the side behind cover, shooting some orbs. But then now you're pushing up, so you're getting a little bit more risky. I want you to keep that in mind. You see how clean that worked out for you? You barely took any damage, and even if you started to take damage, you were behind cover almost that whole time. Beautiful.
This is gonna make you feel better.
Okay, so you just saw your McCree die to a headshot here. You can see the Widow here. Thankfully she's reloading. Your mind should tell you I'm going to die to the Widow if I literally just stand out in the open where there's no cover. You're not even like behind this. You're literally asking to be killed by this Widow. So nice, we go for the baby diva, right? It's sort of an important kill to get. But look what's going on here. You still have this hog right next to you, and the Widow has sights, and she was straight back here, but thankfully your Genji got her, probably while she was aiming down the sights to kill you. So be really careful about staying behind cover and thinking about what's important, because it wouldn't surprise me if this hog hooks you and kills you.
Do something!
Nice job, just kind of hang around your wall. It was a good use of the wall. You blocked 2 separate ults with it. That was nice. So did you even see that you're being shot at from a baby diva above you? You could hear the sound cues, and then you can just barely see the bullets flying past you. And then now you can see her right there. So we're literally letting that baby diva just chill, and she's gonna get her mech back, which then makes her a threat. You could teleport up there, tell your wrecking ball, and now you just heard her get back in mech. We still haven't even turned around. Okay, so now we're running straight up to a soldier with no cover. So basically, as soon as you passed like this point, you were kind of throwing. This whole area up here has literally no cover, and if soldier cared about killing you and you care about climbing, you're gonna get soldiers with better aim. They would absolutely melt you right here. So just based off the length, it doesn't look like this VOD is going to be a loss. And I wish it was a loss because you're doing some crazy stuff, but your enemy team isn't punishing you for it. So that's not good. Because like right there, you should have died. And if you had better enemies, which you will if you climb, you will die. So I don't even think I need to tell you that once again we killed ourselves from not having any real cover. This is such a common flank route, we know what's going to happen. We see the TNT here before it blows up, and we basically walk into a Junkrat mine. So we can see he's just been shooting down the exact same spot, yet we still run into it. The TNT was thrown behind us, we saw that, and the Ash is over here. We may not have seen that, but we should know that that's a common thing. Even if that TNT hadn't hit you, so you had dodged that, once you walked straight into the Junkrat shot, you basically had already lost.
I'm taking the objective.
Time to heal up.
From light into being.
Okay, so you can see that your team's kind of dying up there. You know they have an Ashe and a Widow. So whenever you're not behind cover, they're going to want to kill you pretty bad, like they're trying to right now. So we got to try and use our cover as much as possible here. Not standing just out in the open like we are right now.
Let's get you healed up. Let's move it, people.
Enemy sighted.
Ow! Yeah! To the beat. Fire in the hole!
So like right there, we probably actually pretty easily could have shot that Junkrat tire. But I think we were a little bit panicky, so we missed. And that's something we want to maybe work on, you know?
Oh, let's break it! Damn!
So just the fact that this entire round has gone by and you haven't charged your ult should tell you like, oh hey, I'm not doing very much damage, which means one of two things. Either I'm like positioning myself bad, not really contributing, or the enemy team is really bad. And I can tell you which one it is. The enemy team is really bad. If you're being shot by a soldier in your back right now, you're not even turning around. This whole time there's a soldier shooting in your back. Still going.
A momentary lapse.
So yeah. Basically try and forget that you have turrets sometimes. You're worrying way too much about placing them. Try and use cover because you're kind of putting yourself in really risky situations for no reason, and submit a loss. And I would really like to help you climb, but in this exact mode I can't help you too much because your enemies weren't killing you when you were doing dumb stuff. But good luck.